I want you to get together. I want you to get together.
Hello everyone, John Coleman here. It's coming towards the end of October, another strange month for us all where we've gone back into lockdown again. Just following on from last month, just going to give you a quick overview as to how the banks are currently reacting, how the property prices are currently reacting, and then some expectations as what's about to happen around the corner. With regard to the banks and how they're treating the current set of circumstances, it's making it definitely more difficult for people twofold. One, it's adding stress to closing deals out because banks are now looking to get letters from employers to confirm they're not in receipt of any government scheme because the COVID payments are no longer on the pay slips. So a lot of people are then on the other side who think they're no longer in receipt of COVID are being disappointed because the banks are saying, well, actually your company is availing of a scheme, and until they're not, we won't be prepared to give you a mortgage. So that's something that people need to keep in mind. What's happening to property prices? Well, it depends on who you're or what articles you're reading. Some articles are saying there's been a small drop in price in the last 2 months. Other articles are saying that the year on year the prices have gone up. My own view is it has stabilized. The madness of when the first lockdown ended, where people were getting involved in biddy wars, does seem to have stopped for the moment, and some level of sanity is taking place. However, for me, the most important statistic that I have come across is that and price isn't always about demand, it's demand and supply. Now the supply as of the 1st of October is the lowest it's been in over 15 years. So that will indicate to me that the emphasis from the policymakers still needs to be on helping create more supply. So that is a nice segue into being able to bring to your attention that the government have extended the Help to Buy scheme, or the improved Help to Buy scheme, which actually now potentially allows you to get up to 30,000 via a tax rebate, or up to 10% of the cost price. So that's now been extended to the end of next year, which in reality hopefully will help with supply, as it'll encourage more building to be built, and ultimately will help the first time buyer come up with their deposit. Elsewhere, I have talked about previously my view on the Help to Buy scheme. I think it's a great value to people who haven't got the deposit, but if you have the deposit, maybe there's better value in second hand, but that's something we could discuss at a different point. Next thing that I would sort of bring to your attention really would be what's coming around the corner. Obviously a constant conversation or constant request I get from people is, can you get me more money, John? And well, I have a duty of care and ultimately have to say, well, you do have to pay this back. Banks are tentatively coming back into the exception market. I'm anticipating by the end of November, all the banks will be giving exceptions again for lending for 2021. What their rules are going to be, well, that's difficult to predict at this point. But they certainly will be able to help some people. Again, they will cherry pick. They'll pick probably people who are earning more money, people who have no loans, people who have maybe no children, or who are younger. The ones who they actually feel are best suited to be able to repay larger sums. So, but again, that is something I'll be bringing to your attention in more detail as and when I get to know it. So, hopefully, November 19, or sorry, God, I'm living in the past now. November 2020 will be better. Personally, I think it's going to be a couple of months, or probably maybe spring of next year, where we get back to some level of normality. But hopefully, I am wrong. And in the meantime, stay safe. And if you have any queries on anything I have discussed, feel free to get in touch. And I hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now.